He used to. This time he's getting hammered over new bombshell revelations, literally about bombshell revelations. Not only is he dishonest, he's not too bright.
I smell it. And as we can see, my nose is pretty large. Even though I got allergies, I can still smell well enough. I know what I'm smelling when I'm smelling it.
In a major crossover moment in sports and comedy history, StephenASmith and Jimmy Kimmel launched a bold double jab at Floyd Mayweather on live TV, causing laughter, hot debate, and loads of news coverage. The event, blending ESPN's blunt sports talk with Kimmel's sharp late-night humor, came amid growing noise over Mayweather's suspected links to crypto frauds, shady housing deals, and unpaid bills. Smith took aim at Mayweather's past and money habits during a fiery ESPN segment, while Kimmel poked fun at the boxer's public image with harsh jokes and clever mockery. Together, they did more than amuse. They showed faults in Mayweather's carefully shaped image.
Was for this, or was this just...
I guess it's something that they just made up.
Something made up. Do you think they're going to paint over that when it goes as everyone seems to think it's going to go?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You should buy that gym from him and knock it down with a wrecking ball.
We can do that. I will do something to get us. We can do that. You could potentially make...
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean...
Jimmy Kimmel's bold and sharp questions added pressure on Floyd Mayweather. Behind his rich lifestyle and polished image, serious money issues started to show. Money experts have long warned that wild spending, poor investments, and no steady earnings can harm even the richest people. In Mayweather's case, these warnings are no longer just ideas. They seem to be playing out right now.
Well, I bought myself on my contract for $750,000, and in just 3 fights, I made $750 million.
So would you say that was maybe the biggest point in your career? Was because you had the talent, you had all of that.
I think the best thing about my career was I'm my own boss. That I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I rolled the dice, and to become great at whatever you want to do, you got to roll the dice and take a chance on yourself.
Jimmy Kimmel, known for making fun of famous folks, once teased Mayweather and his crew, especially before the big fight with Pacquiao in 2015. Kimmel joined Pacquiao's team wearing a funny costume, catching media buzz. Before that, on his show in April 2015, Kimmel joked with Pacquiao about walking him to the ring like Justin Bieber did for Mayweather. Pacquiao agreed. On fight night, Kimmel showed up at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas wearing a Run DMC-style outfit, black hat, gold, chains, and a Pac-Man shirt. The shirt featured Pac-Man eating Mayweather heads instead of dots. In 2017, on Kimmel's show again, he asked Mayweather if he'd sleep with Conor McGregor, a question that confused the fighter and quickly went viral. That moment showed Kimmel's mix of jokes and boldness. Over his career, Mayweather earned over $1.1 billion, including $300 million from McGregor and $250 million from Pacquiao. Outside the ring, he says he brings in $300 million monthly through smart deals, mainly in real estate. A big step in 2006 was spending $750,000 to end his top-ranked deal, which later brought $750 million from major fights. He owns fancy homes, luxury cars, and runs businesses like Mayweather Promotions and the Money Team brand, proving he's one of sports' richest stars.
If everybody claiming that I'm not that sharp and I'm not that smart, then why should I give you guys my business plan?
Right, why you want to know?
Why should I reveal my business plan? It's obvious if I've been a multi-millionaire and made over $1 billion by the time I was 40, I think I made over $1.2 billion with no endorsement deals, independent. So it's obvious I got some type of remedy, or I know what I'm doing.
During a 2017 visit to Jimmy Kimmel Live, Mayweather spoke about how he spends money, giving a peek into his rich lifestyle. When asked how he handles money, Mayweather confidently said, "If you bet and lose, I'll pay you back." That showed. He trusts his money skills and backs up his words. He shared how he once had a Brinks truck deliver piles of cash to his home, showing his love for ease and style. He also said he pays up to $1,000 per meal to his chef, and the same for each haircut. He owns rare cars like a $4.7 million Koenigsegg CCXR, one of only 2 made. These habits show his love for luxury and comfort. StephenASmith has often spoken out against how Mayweather spends and invests. Smith says Mayweather's huge spending may not last forever. For example, Mayweather's $42 million real estate deal in New York has raised red flags. Some checks showed no record of change in ownership, making people question if it was real. Smith's words suggest Mayweather's public image of being a smart investor might not match what's really happening. Gaps between what he claims and what's found in records raise concern. Smith uses Mayweather's case to warn others about careless spending and the need to be open about money matters. Though Mayweather is very rich, these issues point to possible future money troubles. Mixing wild spending with iffy deals could hurt him later. Smith's points stress the need for solid planning and warn about the risks of living large without smart money moves.
Gotti III having any real kind of boxing background. I did not see the fight, although I heard he lost every round and Floyd Money Mayweather was whipping him pretty good. I was not there. I did not see it. I do not know. Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. John Gotti III, I don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. And yes, I'm being smart. I'm not trying to disrespect the grandson of a mobster. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing.
Oscar De La Hoya, Mayweather's longtime foe, has slammed him for acting two-faced with his exhibition fights. De La Hoya says that while Mayweather mocks YouTubers and crossover boxers like Logan Paul, he still makes big bucks from doing those same types of fights. By calling others just influencers, yet doing events with social media stars, Mayweather seems to break his own rules. In one heated interview, De La Hoya didn't hold back, calling Mayweather a fake and a scammer. He said these shows damage boxing's value, especially when Mayweather himself makes fun of them. De La Hoya's remarks reveal the deep rift between the two legends and spark more talk about boxing turning into a business show. De La Hoya keeps slamming Floyd Mayweather Jr. over his recent fights with non-boxers, saying it's a sign that Mayweather wants fame or cash. De La Hoya claims Mayweather's wild statements and stunts are planned to get attention and money. In a video on Instagram, he mocked Mayweather's fight with John Gotti III, calling it a mess where the crowd booed and Mayweather even changed the referee mid-fight. He told Floyd to stop saying yes to these matches, adding, "Stop embarrassing yourself." But Mayweather defends these events, saying they help him build more wealth and pass it on to future generations. He insists these fights are a legit way to earn money and stay active in the boxing world.
Just quickly, 10 seconds, what's going on with Floyd, Canelo, Instagram, what's up with all that stuff?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, you know, he tried to steal somewhat of Canelo's thunder. He couldn't help himself. He had to crawl under his rock, out of his rock, and make some noise. And but look, he's retired. I mean, either he's hurting for attention or he's hurting for money. You know, we strongly feel that, look, Canelo's the man right now. He's the highest paid athlete in the world, and then we move on and we go forward and we continue with our business.
Recently, Floyd Mayweather was seen strolling through New York City, confidently pointing to various tall buildings and claiming they were part of his large real estate collection. The display seemed aimed at reinforcing his image not only as a boxing champion, but also as a smart and successful businessman. Dressed in expensive clothes and followed by cameras, Mayweather's actions clearly appeared meant to impress and put to rest rumors about his financial issues. However, the story quickly fell apart when journalists and real estate experts began investigating the ownership records of the buildings he mentioned. They discovered a major inconsistency. None of the buildings Mayweather pointed out were listed under his name or tied to any known business ventures connected to him. This led to more doubts about the stability of Mayweather's wealth. A recent video showed Mayweather spending lavishly on renting expensive mansions, many of which he clearly didn't need. His habit of renting extravagant homes instead of buying or living in them seems more about maintaining an image of wealth than making wise financial decisions. Critics argue that these lavish expenses reflect an effort to keep up a certain public image rather than being financially smart. Despite regularly presenting himself as a financial expert, his actions suggest otherwise. By focusing more on appearances instead of long-term investments, Mayweather's spending patterns appear impulsive rather than strategic. This raises concerns about his financial wisdom, with many wondering if his actions are driven by a desire for external approval instead of careful planning. For someone who
Floyd Mayweather just signed a deal to lease an apartment in Midtown Manhattan. He's going to be paying $100,000 per month for this place. Here's the apartment, you guys. It's got 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 4,000 square feet, and the place is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. The description says that this is a double unit and it is a corner unit, so you got a ton of natural light in here. Do you think this place is worth $100,000 per month? Why would Floyd spend $100,000 a month on this apartment? If I had to guess, it would be a combination of owning something as just kind of a liability. Plus, I'm pretty sure whenever you rent a place versus buy a place for business purposes, you're able to write off more of that lease payment. So if I had to guess, that $100,000 per month is going to be a pretty big write-off for him based on how he plans to use this place.
Recently, Floyd Mayweather Jr. addressed rumors claiming that his $42 million real estate investment had caused financial problems. He stated that he independently bought 62 buildings in Manhattan, saying, "I use my own money, and no one else is involved." However, doubts have arisen about the truth of this claim. Investigations by Business Insider found that New York City property records show no transfer of ownership for the buildings Mayweather says he purchased. Experts suggest that Mayweather might have only bought a small stake in the properties, with options to expand later rather than owning them entirely as he claims. To complicate things, the NYC Housing Partnership, a non-profit involved with many of these properties, said they hadn't been informed of any sales or ownership changes. Mayweather Jr. has long emphasized the importance of building wealth through learning and mentorship. In a candid conversation with Snoop Dogg, Mayweather shared his approach to financial independence. He told how when visiting his billionaire friends, he admired their luxurious assets but wanted more than just to enjoy them. He would tell them, "It's cool to ride your yacht, but I need one like this. You can't be my friend if you can't show me how to get it." This attitude reflects Mayweather's goal of moving from simple wealth to lasting generational wealth. Instead of passively accepting his friends' success, he actively sought to learn from them, aiming to replicate and sustain their achievements. By adopting this philosophy, Mayweather stressed the value of knowledge transfer and mentorship in achieving lasting financial success. His approach highlights the importance of surrounding oneself with successful individuals who are willing to share how they attained their wealth. His focus on learning from those who have made it reflects a smart strategy for long-term financial growth and building wealth that can last.
Every time I got around my billionaire buddies, I was more like, it's cool to come over your house, but I need a house like this. Yeah. It's cool to ride on your yacht, but I need a yacht like this. Yeah. It's cool to ride on your jet, but I want a jet like this. And I said, no, I don't want to ride on yours. You show me how to get it. You can't be my friend if you can't show me how to get it. Because once they show me how to get it, then I can install it in my children. Then it trickles down.
It's a bloodline thing.
Yes. So it's about wealth. You know, I'm no longer rich, I'm wealthy. So, you know, when I sit down with my billionaire buddies, I don't sit down with them and say, you know what? Oh, I want to get on your yacht. Oh, I want to get on your plane. No, that ain't what I did. Oh, I like your house. Nuh-uh. You know what I say? Listen, show me the way. I want to do the same thing that you're doing. So if you say that you want to, you keep calling me over here because I'm cool, because I'm fly. You like my swag, you like everything about me, right? You do, then I need to invest the same thing you invested in. If not, then we ain't really friends.